So this topic has come up a number of times now, roundtables and webinars, and that is DevSecOps. James, what is the overall goal for companies with DevSecOps?
So DevSecOps is about transforming the process, the culture, the way that engineers who are building platforms, services, building code, do security. It's about taking security practices and tooling and embedding them into your product development lifecycle, your software development lifecycle. It's not just the technical side of it, it's the security architecture, the security thinking. And the whole genesis of it is that cybercriminals and attackers keep taking advantage of known categories of vulnerability, and developers and engineers, well-intending, capable engineers, keep implementing those flaws into commonly used software products. By taking tools like scanners and practices like security reviews, peer code review and similar, and embedding them into the software development lifecycle, the average quality of software is raised, there are less vulnerabilities, and ultimately that can end up being a more cost-effective way to handle security threat for that organization. Rather than waiting for attackers to find that flaw, exploit it, and have to rush patching, helping a bunch of customers of your service, you can deal with those things proactively and eliminate a lot of those risks. So that's really the focus of DevSecOps.
Right, okay. But doesn't this slow down development?
So very nuanced yes and no. Not as much as you'd think. So DevSecOps can build tools into the development pipeline and process. And by being more proactive and continuous, it can be done in a way that isn't particularly burdensome to development results. For example, you can set up tools so that every time someone commits some code, there's a release, be it a daily, a weekly, or similar, that's scanned automatically. It could be scanned for banned functions, things that are known to be vulnerable or dangerous. It could go through automated testing procedures to do a version of an automated pen test to look for obvious misconfigurations or runtime issues. Those things can happen these days with the tools available to us, really without slowing engineers and developers down. The proactive security reviews and architecture thinking, they do add things to the calendars of engineers, but spending that time proactively can often end up being much more cost effective than dealing with the ramifications of that oversight and re-architecting and refactoring software later. So I wouldn't argue when it's done well that it's slower. There's incremental work, but it's more efficient overall.
Okay, so what would be the biggest challenges in getting this implemented?
I think the biggest challenge is not so much the technology, but the people. DevSecOps is about integrating security into an engineering culture. That means you need requisite training, you need a culture that is concerned with and cares about security. There are social soft factors that come in here, as well as education, not just running more tools. I think one of the bigger challenges here for organizations that have decided this is important is the availability of the right talent to get this done. DevSecOps folks who truly understand engineering, DevOps, security, and can be that glue to a team trying to implement these practices are relatively few and far between in the market. I've talked to a lot of organizations this year who are struggling to find those people. I think the other side of it is it's not even just one role type anymore. There's DevSecOps, but now there's Cloud SecOps. People are spinning up services in cloud environments that are incredible in their efficiency and ability to scale, assuming that those cloud environments take care of configuration and security out of the box. And they don't. Or worse, assuming you can take traditional security people and just use them in the cloud, but it's a different operating environment, unfamiliar. So Cloud SecOps and DevSecOps people availability is a big obstacle. And organizations need to approach this as education and culture change, as well as putting in a few people to be advocates or champions of the process ahead.
So how can we help organisations with their DevSecOps challenges?
Well, you can obviously supplement teams that don't have as much DevSecOps or CloudSecOps resource as they would like. And of course, doing reviews of the configuration, the practices and similar can be a great way to start. Even if you do have people that own that full-time day-to-day, it's a great way to break out of the rut of day-to-day tunneling and think about the practices overall. Sometimes those educational and culture change sessions are just more easily accepted by outsiders. So we do a lot of turning up to help people understand the journey ahead and why it's valuable. And that framing can make it easier for people trying to push it internally as well. Last but not least, a strong drive on automation, helping to embed the right tools and practices into the development pipeline to improve code quality. Using our security folks to help do that can build a really strong automated platform even before you have dedicated specialists in this area. Those are just a few of the things that come to mind, but it depends on the business. So a tailor-made approach is really key here to roadmap out the journey to DevSecOps.
So this is a huge topic. It's going to be a really important one for 2023. No doubt it will feature in many roundtables, webinars. We'll be providing some guides to help CISOs and security teams approach this in the best possible way.
I really hope you enjoyed the video and you found some useful things that you can apply within your own workplace to enhance your cybersecurity practices. Now, there'll be more videos in this series and we're always looking for ways to make the lives of our customers easier. So if you have a particular topic you think is compelling, something that's keeping you up at night or you're just confused about, we want to hear about it and it could feature later in our series as well. Good luck applying these practices within your organization and making the world a little bit more secure.